Volvo fans are rightly focused on the excitement happening at the upper reaches of the company's model range, where the XC90 crossover and the upcoming S90 flagship sedan have been capturing headlines. There's an addition to the firm's more mainstream S60 range for 2016 that shouldn't escape notice, though. Salient facts about this S60 Inscription model are that it has a 3.1-inch longer wheelbase to add 3.0 additional inches of legroom into the back seat and, like many other Volvos of late, its drivetrain is a fresh 2.0-liter direct-injected turbo 4 mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Oh, and it's built in China, homeland of Volvo's corporate parent, Geely. This stretched Volvo was devised for and is built only in that country, where many owners prefer to sit in the rear and let someone else deal with sino-traffic nightmares. There, it's called the S60L and, presumably, pride attaches to local assembly in Chengdu. Here, it's a sort of pioneer among all production cars available in the US as of this writing. The Inscription alone wears made in China labels, other S60s hail from Sweden. Instead of S60L, the model is known here as the Inscription, which at least it has the distinction of being a word rather than another alphanumeric complication in a range that already has plenty of those. Available with either front-wheel drive, as in our test car, or all-wheel drive, which brings a 2.5-liter turbo 5-cylinder and a 6-speed automatic, the Inscription comes in 2 trim levels, Premier or Platinum. This example was a Platinum, which bumps the buy-in upward by $3,000 and brings premium sound, Harman/Kardon, high-tech headlights, big xenons that point where you steer and have their own washers, and equipment Premier buyers get only by choosing both the convenience, passive entry, grocery bag holders, power retracting mirrors, and technology option packages, a long list of safety add-ons we'll address later. All looks, no sport. What a front-wheel drive Inscription can't have is any other powertrain. The turbocharged 2.0-liter makes 240 horsepower in this T5 guise. Volvo makes a T6 version using both a supercharger and a turbo to generate 302 horsepower, but offers it only in the standard wheelbase model, which we tested previously. Our most recent S60 test was of the special edition Polestar variant propelled by a 345 HP inline-6 engine that has no place in Volvo's future, mated to a 6-speed automatic, also not part of the brand's long-term plans, and all-wheel drive. With more Volvo to move and fewer ponies to pull it, the Inscription proved to be the slowest S60 we've tested. The 3698-pound Inscription got to 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds, or 0.9 seconds slower than the standard wheelbase T6 that weighed 14 pounds more. Still, that 0 to 60 mph time, along with a 14.7 second, 97 mph quarter-mile sprint, constitutes a good, solid performance. An above-average 0.90 G rating on the skid pad was somewhat offset by determined understeer, although the S60 Inscription showed measurably more road holding and braking grip than we recorded in our earlier test of the standard wheelbase T6 model, which rode on essentially the same tires. So much for track numbers. Over the road, the longer wheelbase not only adds 3 cubic feet of cabin volume behind the B-pillar, it improves the ride quality over rough pavement. It also dulls the sense of responsiveness that we've enjoyed in S60s with sport suspension upgrades. A sportier suspension is another thing luxury-oriented Inscription customers can't get but presumably don't want. The engine delivers torque aplenty and the transmission does a good job of making use of it while returning a real-world 25 mpg in our hands, smack on the EPA city rating and 1 mpg better than we got in the T6. You'd need a gentle toe on the gas pedal to approach the EPA's 37 mpg highway estimate, but those motivated to choose this version of the S60 aren't likely to be hard drivers and should get better economy than we did. The wheelbase stretch makes the back seat a good enough place for adults, although the total cabin volume still falls short of mainstream midsize cars such as the Ford Fusion and the 2016 Chevy Malibu. Pretty wood and leather trimmings can no longer fully offset the aging, although elegantly simple, dashboard design with its pictographic buttons for the climate control set amid a giant keypad that makes us think of the jitterbug phones wielded by nursing home residents. That said, these controls are easier to find and use while in motion than the systems used by many competitors, and Volvo has updated the functions offered via the 7.0-inch color LCD screen over the years.